Okay, good afternoon everybody. I wanted to take this time, this precious hour and a half that I have without my children because the youngest is napping and the other two are at school, to share some of my work or things that I've colored by two of my favorite artists, which are Filbert, Chandrian, no, I don't know how to say it, but Nicholas Filbert, and then Hanna Karlzon. So this is take two because I tried it once before and my camera stopped running, so maybe I can get through it this time. We'll try. So Nick Filbert has come out with 3 books that I know of, and the first one is Irene, which he released and then he has re-released, and I purchased it on the re-release. I had seen lots of people color in it and how beautiful it was, and I was always jealous every time that I saw their beautiful work out of this book. And so when I found out he was re-releasing it, I was so excited. I went ahead and just did it no matter what the price was, and it was so worth it. Now you can find it in different Etsy stores, and I don't know if you can buy it directly from him still or not, which is how I purchased it from his Facebook page. It is everything I wanted it to be. It is a beautiful book with beautiful paper, thick one-sided paper. He's named each of his girls on the back. So this one with all the beautiful gears. Her name is Metal, and it's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful book. And I was not disappointed in the least when I received it in the mail. So I will show you some of my finished works from this book as well as his other ones. The first one that I purchased of his was Fantasia, and I was able to find this on Amazon, and I think it's been published a couple of different times because I've seen different covers for this book, but it's the same pictures inside. So this one is spiral bound, and it's 2 pages back and front, and I like to take the pages out, especially if they're, I think this one's, yeah, perforated. I like to take them out and put them in a binder, and so I ended up actually ordering 2 of these so that I can do all of the pages but still take them out. And it's just beautiful. This one is also good paper. I don't know, this is the book I bought first and fell in love with his work. So there's like this cord that I'm trying to deal with. I've got to figure out how to handle it. So I'm sorry about that. Beautiful, beautiful work. So this is the book I bought first and fell in love with his work. So I'll show you my finished pages from that as this one as well, because I have 2 of these. So, and then his most recent book is Irene, and this one is good and bad. I like his style of drawings, and but there's some things that I like about this book and there's things that I don't like about this book. One of the things I don't care for this book is I don't care for the paper. I have a really hard time getting my polychromos paper to color on it. And Prismas are okay, but they're still difficult. And I prefer my Prismas and my luminance over my polychromos, but I want all of my mediums to work. And this paper is a little thinner. It's more, I don't know, newspaper-y like, which I don't know. I mean, it's a style, I guess. It's beautiful. It's just not my favorite. This book is also a lot darker in subject matter, and I don't know. So when you're in the mood for it, I think it's great, and I think it's great around the Halloween time, and that. But it's just a little more creepy. Just a little more creepy. So I'm not going to show you all the pages, but so I've only finished 1 book in here, or 1 page, sorry, 1 page in this book. This one I was using polychromos, and I was just having a bugger of a time getting them to color on the paper. I'll probably go back and finish it eventually. I don't keep a lot of work in progresses. I usually finish them and then move on to the next one, but I don't know, I got a little frustrated with my pencils not laying down on the paper, and so that. Another thing that I have a problem with this is I don't like this. Why didn't they turn it and shrink it and make it fit on the page? I don't know. I just have a hard time with it, probably because I do take my pages out and try to put them in a 3-ring binder a lot of the time, and this just made it difficult. Those ones that just didn't quite fit on the page. There's just a couple of them. I just find it a little bit annoying. So this is not my favorite book of his, but it's a pretty book. There's some pretty, there's some fun stuff. Like the 3rd section is pretty, and I will work in it. I will work in it, but not my favorite. Okay, so those are his 3 books. So let me show you some of my finished work in here. So the first ones are from the Fantasia book because that's the one I got first. So this is a peacock one, and I used probably Prismacolor. Yeah, Prismacolors, I can tell by the pencil here. So Prismacolors, there's a little bit of gel pen, and then there's Spectrum Noir sparkle pen, sparkle marker, I don't know what it is, what it's called, on the black of her dress, which just kind of gives it a nice little sparkle. So it's not as matte as the background, because I painted the background black acrylic. This one might have come black. That might not have been me. Some of the ones in this book did come with black, oh yeah, black backgrounds. So yeah, this one already has the black background. Better hurry or my camera's gonna shut off again. Okay, so this one is a little warrior girl. When I was a teenager, young preteen maybe, I found these books by Tamara Pierce called, the series is called Song of the Lioness, and the character Eline is a girl who wants to become a knight, and so she masquerades as a boy to be able to become a knight. And she has red hair and purple eyes, and so I decided to color this picture with red hair and purple eyes, and I love that book, and I love the way it just turned out. So this is my Eline. If anybody else knows those books, comment below. This one is also from Fantasia. I used the acrylic black background, and I used acrylic paint to get the smoke effect on it. Okay, so this one had a parrot up here, and I can kind of see the parrot. You probably can't. I painted over him. He was bugging me. I don't know why he bugged me, but I decided to just take him out. So, I don't know. So if this one looks funny, looks different than what you think it's supposed to look like, that's because I took the parrot out. Mermaid. She's got stickles on her tail and on her hair, so she sparkles when you hit her just right with the light. This one was fun. I really enjoyed this one. I didn't think I would when I picked it up, but he turned out great. I did look at several pictures of lions just to see where the dark and lights are supposed to be, and kind of followed that. I did an acrylic paint background and then acrylic smoke or kind of around his feet and in a few places. And I love the way he turned out. Just great. This is our knight. He's done with Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, and I don't use alcohol markers very often, so I'm not a pro at them by any means, but I thought he turned out really pretty nice. This one is with polychromos pencil, so you can see this paper takes polychromos just fine. And then I did use some stickles on her wings just to give her a little shine. This one is colored. It's just very light, so it's got an acrylic background and then kind of pink dress and white and gray, blue feathers, wings, I guess. And I like the way she turned out. It's subtle, but I think it turned out really pretty. And I think this is the first one I ever did in this book. It's one of my first. So it has some stickles on it as well, which gives it some shine in just the right places. I think if I was to do this one again, I would color it completely different. But I guess that's the joy of coloring books. You can go back and see your progression and see what's changed. Okay, and so then this one is from Irene, which would be the second book that I got. So that's this one that's a little darker in subject matter. And I think she turned out beautiful. And I used Prismacolors for this one, so you can see the Prismacolors do lay down on it. It was a little bit of work, but it turned out really pretty. Maybe there's a trick to this paper and I just don't know it, but some peacock feathers in there and just some peacock up here. Really pretty. And then these are from Serene. And so Serene, he does name his girls. So this I put the name down on the paper somewhere. So this is Belleria. And I love the fruit. It's just kind of fun to try to guess what all the... Okay, so my camera stopped again. I'll try to splice this together. So I gotta say, I'm just gonna go back a little bit. This is Belleria from Serene. This one. And she was just a lot of fun. I used Prismacolors and Polychromos on this. And then I used some pastel pencil in the background. It was grayscale background, and so it was just fun to add a little bit of color. She's just really cute. And then this is Soul, and she's just, I loved her. She's really pretty. I'm not sure what I colored this one with, but she just turned out so pretty. Love it. So those are my finished works by Nicholas Filbert. I highly recommend his books. I highly recommend supporting him, so he'll give us more books. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, and then my second one that I wanted to share with you today is Hanna Karlzon, and she has come out with several books. This is the first one, Summer Nights. And it is just gorgeous. I don't know that I will show you everything that I have done in her books, but it is a beautiful book. She has a lot of gems and just pretty. This I painted with the black acrylic background. This was one of the first books that I got for coloring. And so some of my earlier ones, I've changed a lot. I would do things differently now. But it's so fun to see how you progress and change. So I'll show you some. We get different art supplies too, and so, you know, we use different mediums and do things a little different. This is probably one of the first faces I ever colored. Really didn't know what I was doing yet. Sometimes I wonder if that's in focus and I can't tell. Sorry. I will get better at this. So yeah, one of the first faces I colored. Her books are beautiful. Let's see. Work in progress. I don't have very many of those. Here's another face. Some fishes. Have you looked at that one? Just beautiful. So her next book is Daydreams. This is, again, I just love her book. So this is also a very pretty book. More gems. This has a pastel background I did, and then a colored pencil, and then some white gel pen to give you some of those sparkles. I haven't finished many in here. Experiment. Yeah, so I haven't done much in this one, but I should go back and do more in this book because it is really cute. A lot of good stuff. So I said that I put a lot of my pictures in 3-ring binders. Her book, if it's a hardbound book, I don't take it apart to do that. I keep it together best I can. I had one that I did end up removing because I messed it up so bad that I ended up putting a little chipboard on it to save it, and so I took that out just because it would ruin the binding on the book. So Magical Dawn is her third one. So pretty. I just love her faces. I've learned a lot from coloring faces the last year, and my makeup has improved. It has helped me see a lot of things, and so I've enjoyed doing that and exploring with different skin tones, and there's so many different colors in this world and so many different people, and I love to just explore and see what there is and what we can achieve by adding different colors. It's just fun to play. I think coloring books are just fun to play and enjoy ourselves. Here's one that I would love to color. My goodness, this cord, something else. I'll figure it out. Probably just move the computer. Alright, and then she has Seasons. Now this book is the one I've done the most in, and because I'm trying to do the whole book this year. And I started when I got the book, so I did do a little bit, a couple of pages last year, but trying to do the whole, finish this book this year. And this one's broken down into seasons, and so you have spring, summer, fall, winter. And so this one I've done quite a bit more in. So I'll just flip through it pretty quick. This one I had a little help from one of my sons. Got a pen. Helped me out. It's okay. These bugs have quite a bit of sparkle on them. So this was a Sunday afternoon. I colored those. Some chickies. This one has gel pen for the green, and so the green sparkles quite a bit. I always think of poppies when I see a lot of her flowers, so a lot of them get colored as poppies. This one's only half finished. This is just Tombow marker over here, and then this is Tombow marker with colored pencil to do shadows and give it a little dimension. This one I'm saving for Easter, which is actually only a couple weeks away, so I should get on that. She is one of my favorites. I think she's beautiful. I love the color combination that I ended up picking for this. So that was all of spring. Then we get into summer. This is like the title page for summer. I like to play with different skin tones. I tried to make her a little darker. I mean, she's not dark, but she's a little darker than me. That's as far as I am with the order. And then let's see, I have one done for fall. And then I have some in the winter. Let's see. She was kind of fun. So I used Neo colors in the background. And then I used Hero pencils for the subject, which I had never used them before, and they turned out like they were a lot better of a pencil than I thought they were going to be. So to think about if you want a cheaper alternative. And ones that I'll come back and color at Christmas time. I'm not a huge Christmas fan. Never have been, even as a kid. So sometimes I have a hard time coloring all the Christmas pictures, but that's okay. Something for everyone, right? That's the end of that book. She also has come out with postcards that I haven't bought any of her books of postcards. And then she has this one, which is kind of fun. I haven't done any in here. I should. Till Simons, I don't know what it translates to, but this is like a whole book of her faces, and some of them are from her coloring books and some are ones that she just did for this book. This paper is much thicker and it comes right out. So these would be good to frame or to give away and to use any medium you wanted. I mean, this is thick stuff. So like this one's from the Seasons. So some of them are from other books and some are original to this book. And like I said, they just come right out. But anyway, so that is two of my favorite artists. I'm afraid my camera is going to stop again, and so I'm going to stop and bid you a happy coloring and a happy week. And I'd love to see what you're doing, what you're working on. Who's your favorite coloring book artist? Please, I always want more ideas of whose work to get. I just love supporting them and seeing the beautiful artwork that everybody creates. And yeah, so let me know in the comments below what you're working on, and have a good day. Bye.